Hi, I'm Eve Katmeyer, and this is my Module 3 and 4 D&E over how to know which graph to use. Okay, first off we have bar graphs. Bar graphs are best used to show the number in categories. In this particular example, we have the types of movies and the number of people. This graph shows how many people like which category of movie. So, for example, 4 people's favorite type of movies was comedies. Next up, we have circle graphs. Circle graphs are best used to compare the parts and the data to the whole. In this example, we have parts of people and their favorite candies. Notice how it's divided in percents and you have the total number of people. So, for example, in this graph, 30% of people's favorite candy bar was Snickers. The next graph is the double bar graph. Double bar graphs are best used to compare 2 or more sets of data. In this particular example, you have favorite sports among boys and girls, and it compares the data between both groups. For example, 8 girls and 8 boys both like baseball the most. The next graph is the box and whiskers plot. This graph is best used to show measures of variation. In this particular example, you have 6th grade math test scores. You can quickly see extremes, such as the furthest left line being the lowest test score, the furthest right line being the highest test score, and the line in the middle is the mean, or the average test score. For example, in this graph, the average test score was an 85%. The next graph is the histogram. Histograms are best used to show frequency of data divided into intervals. In this example, notice that you have the arrivals per minute and the frequency, but also notice that you have a range or interval of arrival times. The next graph is line graphs. Line graphs are best used to show change over time. For example, this hot dog stand is keeping track of the number of hot dogs that are sold per day. So, for example, on Friday, 70 hot dogs were sold. The last graph is the line plot graph. This graph is best used to show frequency data on a number line. In this example, you have the number of candy bars and the number of students that bought that particular number. For example, in this graph, 3 students each bought 3 candy bars, 4 students each bought 5 candy bars, 2 students each bought 6 candy bars, 1 student bought 7 candy bars, and 2 students each bought 8 candy bars. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned which graph to use.